comes Sen, and shot on front of the way.
Here we go. There is the play. Gonna be big, but Zeno is not getting shot down. He's getting the reset. Speaking of the daggers, one by one, the damage.
Moves one member away. That makes the support not quite double kill here for you. Look at that.
Kamusta Summoners? Welcome back dito sa Garena Local Collegiate League 2017 Summer Term Metro East Semifinals. Pero we just came from Game 1 kung saan STI winning their first game against JRU in quite a convincing manner. Pero before we head into Game 2, syempre papakilala muna kami bilang casters niyo for this particular game right here. I'm Arctic at the Surf, and with me is Vulcan.
So thank you so much for that. And as Arctic said, coming from that Game 1 of the best of 3, we are now at match point with STI, taking away that victory in a very convincing manner. But moving on to the schedule to see what's going to come up after STI's match, it would be followed by another semifinals, which is the best of 3.
Indeed, and of course for that second game, it's going to be TIP versus CDSL, second and third seed. Like I mentioned earlier, itong particular matchup na to between STI and JRU, it's first seed versus fourth seed. And kahit fourth seed yan, there have been a lot of instances here in the LCL wherein kahit fourth seed, kahit underdog sila, biglang boom, they topple over the first seed. So tingnan natin kung magiging trend din yan para dito sa JRU as we head into Game 2. Once again, this is Rosarcel University versus STI Global City.
So let's get straight to it. Opening bats would be the Cannon. Starting from the blue side for JRU, they will be prioritizing and removing this Cannon from STI. But for STI, I wonder if our summoners are aware we did have a showcase match of our LCL champions. And to sum it all up, it's actually a really fun showcase match. If you guys haven't caught up to it, check out our Facebook page for that. And note that if it's not much of a spoiler for you guys, or you don't like spoilers,
Yep.
STI actually was the champions and did play in the show matches when we had our LVL stream last week.
So it's a little bit of a spoiler, but again, this is a good opportunity to them. It's a good demonstration as to how they made it as a champion.
Yeah, it's like when you know or backtrack, you know which team to watch out for, and you can actually try and catch and see what did they do in order for them to become champions. So for me, I think that's actually a refreshing thing to look out for. But as for STIs, one thing that was really caught my eye was Master Atsu's Zach in the showcase match.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta say, one after the another, he's very confident in diving. I mean, I think I have to take scuba lessons from Master Atsu for those incredible deep dives.
Yeah, I mean, not just the Zach, even nung Game 1, yung Jarb in the fourth, yung cataclysms niya and the flag and drunk combos, sobrang on point. So, yeah, we might have to ask him later. Message nga on us Facebook. Anyway,
we do know that STI loves to play around their jungle.
True.
So that just goes to show in their Game 1. But let's see how in Game 2, how they were able to play against JRU, and how was JRU able to try and remedy Master Atsu's playstyle and STI's nature and where they love to play around their jungler.
Pero we've been talking a lot about Master Atsu. Let's go ahead and check out who could potentially be a threat for JRU naman. And I think it's very obvious right now, as shown here in our bans coming in from STI, na heavy focus on the boss Skilla, banning out the Galio, the Maokai, as well as the Shen. Pero in the midst of these three bans, the Orin has been open. JRU gonna take that they're gonna take advantage of that open pick right there.
So for JRU, they will be taking away the Orin. As for STI though, I wonder why they left the Orin open for JRU to pick up. So, but we're seeing that Orin was picked, followed by the Renekton. So this could be a jungle Orin, perhaps. Could be a support Orin. We don't know, but we all know that Renekton does belong in the top lane. So let's see how the STI will try and think where this Orin will go.
These are like heavy mind games being played by JRU now. It's like bamboozle everything. Wherein this Karma could go anywhere. This Orin could pretty much almost go anywhere as well. Renekton, like you mentioned, we normally see him top, but given the nature of how they've drafted thus far, it's crazy. So I guess the second rotation of picks will pretty much say, okay, there you go.
There we go. It would be a Jungle Ornn, perhaps, and a Renekton in the top lane, followed by a Jungle Jarvan for Master Outsu, we did see in Game 1, and for Gemilo, he will be picking up the Trundle. I wonder what's going to be their game plan here. And as for JRU, can they try and learn from this scenario where, wait a minute, could this be Jungle Renekton?
I mean, I know you're a Renekton player. Have you? How do you this Jungle Renekton? How does that even? Yeah, like I'm trying to process it right now. It's like buffering. But
Max Q for the sustain.
I guess
that's all I can think of.
Yeah, it does. Oh, okay, there you go.
So as obviously, I know that Renekton does not belong in the jungle, so that would be the Jungle Ornn.
Yep.
And they followed by the Renekton in the top lane. So let's see how Gemilo will try and duel against this Renekton. As far as I can say, Trundle does exceptionally well against a Renekton because his ultimate Subjugate is a direct counter to his Dominus.
Let's go ahead and see though. It's interesting because JRU and STI during Game 1, it's a little bit of a swapperoo wherein STI had the Ornn. Yeah, STI had the Ornn and JRU had the Trundle. So it looks like Gemilo gonna show Buskill a thing or two on how to potentially Trundle. So it all depends, of course, though, because this is a best of 3. You guys know that STI were champions, but the question is, will they concur an actual defeat because they've gone undefeated in the group stage? So they're still waiting for that first stain on their record, I'd say.
So let's see if JRU will put that stain on their record. This is again match 1 where STI and JRU will be fighting out for the best of 3 series. Moving on to Game 2. Let's see if we might see a Game 3 though in today's broadcast of the LCL semifinals.
Man, I'd really love to see a best of 3 just so that we have a little bit more of a twist, because there's very few teams that have managed to pull off an undefeated streak in the LCL. I wonder if STI could be one of those teams that could, but we'll just have to find out as we head into, once again, this is Game 2 between LCL University and STI Global City. Who will make it to the finals? We do know it's STI, but will it go 2-1 or 2-0? We'll just have to see.
Well, sometimes I feel like maybe I shouldn't have told you, Arctic, that STI would have been the champions. But for those who follow our stream, however, that was a close call for the Ornn here. Discern flashes away, forcing out a flash from the Braum. One BB will be forcing out his flash in exchange for Discern's flash. So, equal trade. Let's see.
Meanwhile, looking at itemization, looks like Bam Bam gonna opt for a little bit more staying power in the lane. Going to go Corrupting Potion first versus a Doran's Ring start, as well as health pots for this Karma for Gil Thunder.
But we do see that crucial deep ward placed by Bam Bam by STI on the red side. Will that be enough information for STI to try and dictate to see where Discern might rotate? We'll never know. It's up to the players and how they respond. Once again, this is STI. As I was saying to Arctic, sorry about the spoiler there, Arctic. I know that you don't like spoilers, but
sometimes
spoilers are
it's
okay.
not Star Wars, though.
Oh god, Serenity, the very low. That will be one more red for the first blood. Ignite will be the killing blow. One of BB takes away the first blood, followed by an assist from Damas.
I just noticed, Vulcan. Look at itemization. What do you see is wrong here? Or a little bit different? It's actually the Trundle. No items purchased whatsoever.
Well, when you're that confident, you don't need any starting items. So, but for now, Master Atsu, the big trouble here.
Looks like in a flag and drag his way out of there.
I wonder though, why didn't he? I
think he forgot. I think
probably
you don't want to not go into a lane without items when you're up against a Renekton. And if you're going to notice, Boss Killa just really pushing out the lane here. Jamie Lowe just kind of forced to wait for those waves to push in onto him just so that he could establish a little bit more farm. And it's slowly manifesting. If you notice, Boss Killa already a wave up kung ikukumpara nga dito kay Jamie Lowe. So Jamie Lowe, he might have to hold his ground a bit until such time he actually has a valid time to go back to actually buy his first items. It could go both ways though, kasi malay mo, yung sa tagal niyang sa lane, he might eventually build up to a pretty good first item.
But when it comes to the pressure of getting a first item like the Renekton Box Killa.
Yep.
Box Kakilla?
Boss
Killa.
You have to say it with a little bit of swag, man.
Vox Killa?
Yeah, there you go. Boss Killa, yeah.
Boss Killa. So
There
he
you go.
did start with the Doran Shield, so that gives him an immediate advantage over this Trundle. Kind of a scenario where you're trying to save money before your payday or allowance.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to spend any money, but in the long run, you're going to starve, you're going to feel bad, you're going to feel a bit kind of ticked off here. That's the struggle of starting without an item here when entering the lane. But right now, look at that. Great use of the flag strap. Hex Deck Flash.
Now that I notice, looks like STI switching up their players as well. I just noticed that it looks like Damas is gonna be playing AD carry for game 2, while Wanabebe from AD carry will be going support for Damas this time around. Wanabebe did pretty well during game 1 though.
Let's see, Master has to make his way in for the combo. He did get exhausted. Will that be enough for Kill Thunder to survive? Under the turret, that's going to be a kill trade-off for a 1-for-1. Teleport did get cancelled, and with that said, 2v2 in the bot lane. Damas gets the upper hand. A bit too low. Who will be forcing out his heal and possibly a kill onto this Braum? One more wrench should ought to do it, and it will be Wannabe taking away another kill.
Good number of stacks there coming in from Damas in the nick of time. That one auto attack from Wannabe to secure the kill. Looking pretty good so far for the spot lane. Take note, this Callista is 102, Wannabe 201 on this Braum. Looks like Valentine and Serenity want to be a little bit more careful because we do know just how painful a snowballed Callista can be. And even with Discern on a tanky target like Ornn, they could try to get an initiate onto this Callista. Wouldn't really hold out if the Callista just manages to deal the damage that she can to take you down.
Actually, that's the struggle of having an orange jungle. You can't really depend on those early ganks. He has to keep farming. He has to wait, really wait for that level 6 to happen. But right now, looks like STI making their approach towards the top lane. Box Killa does not see this coming. 3 members collapsing towards the top lane. I wonder though, he won't be surviving this one.
Not at all, and that's going to be a flash of a badge from Master out. So yeah, you didn't ban my Jarvan. You saw how good I was during game 1. I'm going to show you again in game 2.
So that's actually the respect supposed to be shown here. And Wannabe again using the use of that Hex Deck Flash, lands the stun onto the Karma. Looks like Kill Thunder gets ignited with another flag combo. They are coordinated right now, following Master Atsu.
Look at the fluidity of STI with these ganks thus far. And we're only 6 minutes into the game, and our scoreboard now sitting at 1-6. Goal difference as well, heavily leaning towards STI. They're already leaning towards 3K. That's pretty substantial. And if STI really starts to build up from that 6, then I'm worried for JRU at this point because we're at match point right now. Losing out on this game 2 pretty much shuts down their chances of making it into the finals.
Yes, actually that's one of the troubles when you are facing from the 4th seed of your LCL conference towards this 1st seed, STI. As you said, they were undefeated. But let's see, right now looks like that's going to be a lot of damage for this third. He will be falling to Master Outsu.
Yes, and Master Outsu again. This is very
Fate's
tricky
call
for
incoming.
JRU.
Knockout will not connect, but that will be the awkward prison landing onto Wannabe. With that said, Unbreakable does go up. That's going to be a damage reduction right there. We are seeing rotations towards the red side jungle.
This is so hard for JRU right now because of the lead that STI has been able to establish. If you're going to look at the vision, STI comfortably starting to establish a level of offensive vision as well. And take note, this turret isn't even down yet, but the fact that STI has that confidence to kind of linger around JRU's jungle side, they know that they have that lead. They know that they have the pressure onto JRU right now to set them all the more behind. And this turret is about to go down within these next few minutes, and that's not something that JRU wants to deal with as far as more pressure that could come out of that, with Dragon being quite the juicy one. Infernal Drake, take note guys, first Dragon of the game.
And not to mention, when you take down the first turret, that's a lot, and I say a lot of pressure, because not just the gold, but also the map pressure, knowing that the first Drake is Infernal. Look at that. Gil Thunder with the red buff slow will not make it out alive. Again, Monster Alts is dictating the flow of the lane, assisting Bam Bam in his snowball path.
That was very well played by Master Out, so I gotta say, he flagged and dragged right at the moment he was about to
Dominus
get
is off. Subjugate will be the counter towards this, but here's the help from this Urn. Not needed, no assist for this Urn, because look at that Trundle inside. A direct counter towards that Dominus. With that said, the gank is a bit too late, and this Urn is just level 5, not yet level 6. And in the bot lane, we did see that they were able to take down the first turret of the game.
I'm worried for JRU at this point. 5,000 of a gold difference is massive, and we're not even 10 minutes into the game. And take note, all the key members that STI once fed are pretty much good and done fed, and I wish I was fed right now, but
I'm pretty sure you had your fair share last night.
Oh yeah.
And going back to the Infernal Drake here, with that being the dessert of the course, they will be taking away the Infernal Drake. They have a Callista, so that's not much of a problem when you're talking about objective controlling ADC marksman like Callista. So STI, they drafted this knowing that they will be playing pure macro, but still, kudos to Master Outsu for playing and really participating in those ganks.
Interesting that you mentioned macro, because if there's one thing that STI's composition excels at, and technically, if you're going to look at the comp that they have, they don't even need to even go for the many kills that they've incurred. If anything, with this Callisto, with this Trundle, they just pretty much need to play the objective game. Pero, kumbaga bonus yung maka-lead sila ng early. But the fact that they were able to accomplish that, as well as establish full control over objectives, it's just a massive lead that STI has. Hindi lang siya as halata right now, but later on into the game, mararamdaman mo yung sobrang drought ng JRU.
Well, again, man, I'm connecting out to the bind, already close to completing the Hex Tech Gunblade. So, let's see how JRU can try and remedy this. Maybe they will make this to a 1-1, making it to a game 3. But seeing how STI, they will not wait. They are already in the top lane, taking down the turret.
As expected, STI playing this very systematically after taking down that bottom turret. Switch it out.
Here comes Buckskella trying to go onto the Callista. Daemons punishes him and forcing him to back off.
Look at Gil Thunder. He's forced to respond to this top side because if they give another turret, then JRU just loses a lot more control over this map. And okay, though, we have 3 members now.
Master Atsu is here. Glacial Fissure is available. Same with Bam Bam. Can he go all in? And Renekton is eating up those spears. So let's see how this top lane will pan out. Bottom lane will be pressured by the bottom duo of JRU. But seeing how the turret is very low, JRU, they're kind of confused. Should I try and defend the top lane? Or should I just leave it? We'll see here. Right now, look at that. Discern offering some room to breathe for the Renekton. They're not wasting. They have to demolish. That's going to be the turret. Already below 30% health. That's going to be a lot of pressure in the top lane. And Master Atsu is still not yet backing off. Bam Bam, however, is pressuring the mid lane.
And this is just beautifully played by STI right now. They're pressuring across the board. And what pressure JRU wishes to exert by trying to get a bottom turret. Jamie Lowe doing a great job at holding his ground. And what's tricky?
Here it comes. Glacial Fissure will not connect, but there comes Forshgot for the health assist, and he just misses that by a long shot. Daemon takes down the kill, and Bam is here for the quick response. Cataclysm is there, but he will not be escaping. He gets clipped to the wall. With that said, a double kill for the Callista. Daemon is on a roll right now. 11-1 kill score for STI.
That angling on Call of the Forge God was totally up for Discern right there. And this is what I'm worried about for JRU right now. Like I mentioned, STI is playing this so systematically. After taking down bottom turret, having taken a dragon, what's the next objective that you want to get control of? It's the Rift Herald. And my
Oh, Serenity
whoa.
does not respect this Trundle. The Ice Pillar was well placed, making the turret go aggro on the Nami, followed by the Subjugate. That would be just one chomp away. And with that said, with all the kill distribution going on, it's a very slim chance that JRU can bounce back.
And you have to take note, Vulcan. Jamie Lowe has Tiamat as well as a Vampiric Scepter. And Tristana, because Valentine, if you notice the damage that he deals, it's not really as significant just yet, wherein basically any auto attack that Valentine goes for, whenever Jamie Lowe has a target he could just chomp, he just heals it right back. And that's what happened to Serenity right there. In the midst of Valentine free hitting Jamie Lowe, he just needs to just keep on chomping on Serenity to heal everything back up. And 1 in 12 right now, take note, we're already leaning at a point where an STI is nearing that 10k of a gold lead. And if they hit that way too early on, then it could pretty much be game over for JRU within the earlier phase until such time if they could potentially prolong it into the mid-game. But because of how decisive STI has been playing this,
oh god, this turn gets the tether. Jamie Lowe from the domain will be the gap closer. Tidal Wave to delay Discern's death. Let's see. No, Jamie Lowe flashes in and takes him down with the chomp.
That will be another target down for JRU.
And a goal lead of 12,000.
And there you go. Just hit past that 10k mark.
Actually, no, it's not yet 12,000. Sorry for that. It's actually nearing the 10,000 mark.
A few hundred shy.
A few hundred shy, but let's still see how they can still try and remedy this, because JRU, because of what I've seen throughout games, when the gold lead reaches 10k at a very early mark, like 14 minutes, I cannot sugarcoat it. It's actually a very slim chance that JRU can try and bounce back, because STI, we just gotta highlight them and how they are playing this game so well in macro, systematically, getting the upper hand in drafting, and see how Renekton was picked. Could have been their downfall, because an Ornn top may have been a favorable matchup, but putting Distant on the jungle Ornn just makes things so complicated.
And there you have it, Vulcan. We've already hit past that 10k mark. And just to add on to your point there, you want to try to think of a way where in JRU, makakabalik sila. Pero ang problema kasi, the people that could help them try to get back into the game are so behind right now. But that's Master Altsu gonna go in, but
Flash was burned by Valentine. Here comes the force though. Let's see, will he land it this time? And it gets blocked by the Unbreakable, followed by the Glacial Fissure. And look at Daemon stacking up that Callista, gets the red, takes down Valentine. And that's going to be another kill for Daemus for the double kill onto Discern. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we are seeing Jamie Lowe just going onto this Renekton. Gets a speed boost there, but he will be battling two members in. And with that said, Master Acid going in, but the Tidal Wave is there for the knockup and possibly the kill for Gil Thunder.
Another kill there for JRU, but it's not even that significant at this point. STI, only 15 minutes into the game, already taking down all these structures from JRU's base, and there's just no coming back from this. I mean, as much as I want to see at least that small glimmer of hope for JRU.
Here it comes. Renekton goes in with a slice and dice. Dominance will not be available here, but the teleport will come through. Will Jamie Lowe change the fight? But he is not needed here. Daemnas is doing everything.
STI looks like they could potentially go for a finish here.
Very fast game here. I mean,
it's probably the shortest
game I've seen so far in the whole LCL history.
Almost. If it goes past 18 minutes, then I think it's not
the shortest game ever. Because I think the shortest game we saw was 18 or 19.
Around 18. Yeah.
Around 18. Let's see.
Well, see, STI, can they make history for the summer term?
World record, perhaps. Let's see. Looks like Daemons is not wasting time here, going for the turrets here. And Gil Thunder trying to mow down those minion wave. But here, you're not aiming for the world record. You're not aiming for, let's say, hey, we got the shortest game here. What we have to watch out here is that not just it was the fastest game, but we also have to watch out how STI played this so well. Here it comes. The Brahms Unbreakable is off. That's going to be the Glacial Fissure knocking up Discern. Discern right now is heavily countered by this Brom's Unbreakable. With that said, he's a bit too shy to go in the fight. Jamie Lowe will be taken out and giving the shutdown goal to Box Killer.
Did you see that though? It takes so long for JRU. That's 4 members collapsing onto 2 tanky members of STI.
Look at that play by Wanababy. As soon as he hears the horn, the trumpets of the gods, he puts up his shield and denies what Orn's really powerful at. He's not powerful in his Q, W, and E combo. He's not powerful in the lane where he has his passive or his masterworks. His ultimate is somehow a very useful engagement tool. And when you remove that, you remove Orn's usefulness. And you just pick, I would say in blunt words, you have just dropped it a dead weight.
Pretty much. And again, it's just so unfortunate for JRU right now. This is pretty much a game wherein you at least want to try to force it into the game.
Oh
my
god, that's just murder.
One hit boom.
Let's see, looks like Bam Bam left the crime scene without any fingerprints. Now we are heading towards the mid lane inhibitor turret. STI secret level. Just going and showing us that they are the upper hand. They have superior macro, and with that said, 2-man Glacial Fissure will be connecting here. Cataclysm for the lockdown, but what's the use when you have such a fed Kalista?
There you have it, folks. Down there going. This could be the game. This is going to be the game.
This is going to be the game set here. Kill score 3-23 with that said. Gold lead. Oh my goodness. Nearing almost 20,000 gold lead. But without any other delay, STI will be moving towards the finals.
And not just that, in a clean 2-0, still leaving their record in the LCL 2017 summer term undefeated.
So I guess I gotta hand it to STI. When they came here during the LVL broadcast for the showcase match that they were the champions, I knew that they were playing around Master Outside. I knew that they were such a strong team.
Yep.
But seeing how they played their semifinals, I gotta say, they have what it takes to be really called champions of their respective conference. But we'll be going to a short break, Arctic, right?
Yes.
What's going to be showing up next after the short break?
Well, we actually have TIP versus CDSL. That's the 2nd and 3rd seed respectively, as reflected in our schedule right here. STI propelling themselves in the finals, as we all know, into the 2-0. But of course, when we come back, dito natin madedetermine kung sino ang makakatapat ng STI sa finals, which eventually led them to the championship, and whether or not they have a good chance of going potentially undefeated. I don't want to spoil anything. We'll just have to find out for yourselves, guys. But for the meantime, this has been Game 1. We'll be back for Game 2 in just a bit. We've been your casters on Arctic Eddie Serves, fam. With me is Vulcan. This is the Garena Low Collegiate League 2017 Summer Term, powered by Lenovo. Challenge 14 mil. Stay tuned, fam.
To make his way in for the combo, he did get exhausted. Will that be enough for Kill Thunder to survive? Under the turret, that's going to be a kill trade up for a 1-for-1. Teleport did get cancelled, and with that said, 2v2 in the bot lane. Damus gets the upper hand, a bit too low. Who will be forcing out his heal and possibly a kill onto this bomb? One more wrench should not do it, and it will be Wanababy taking away another kill. Here comes Force though. Let's see, will he land it this time? And it gets blocked by the Unbreakable, followed by the Glacial Fissure, and look at Damus stacking of that Kalista, gets the red, takes down Valentine, and that's gonna be another kill for Damus for the double kill onto Discern. Meanwhile, the top lane, we are seeing Jamie Lowe just going. Here comes, Renekton goes in with a slice and dice. Dominance will not be available here, but the teleport will come through. Will Jamie Lowe change the fight? But he is not needed here. Damus is doing everything.
STI looks like
it's here Magro, and with that said, 2-man Glacial Fissure will be connected here. Cataclysm for the lockdown, but what's the use when you have such a fed Kalista?
There you have it, folks. Down there going. This could be the game. This is going to be the game.
This is going to be the game set here. Kill score 3-23 with that said. Gold lead. Oh my goodness. We're almost 20,000 gold lead, but without any other delay. STI.
Not enough Garena shells to buy the latest League of Legends skin? On sale now? Get shells anytime, anywhere with your Globe or Touch mobile number. Go to gamer.com.ph and sign up with your mobile number and enter the verification code you will receive via SMS. Log in and choose the game and pin you want. Check out to purchase the pin with your load or through your postpaid account and receive the pin on your phone instantly. Never miss a sale on your favorite League of Legends skins and champions with Gamer.